I hereby summon all my imps. Hey everybody, it's Annabelle. Going to do the 10 on Paladin. It's the next one for us alphabetically. Please do not make anything based on my reviews. These are my opinions and my opinions only, and I am known for reading cards wrong. Number 10 for us is going to be Promotion. Promotion is the card that says 1 mana spell for Paladin that says give his Silverhand Recruit +3/+3. If you have a Silverhand Recruit already down, giving it +3/+3 is fine. This card could almost just be 1 mana give a minion +3/+3 and it'd be fine. I know Blessing of Wisdom is way more expensive. I don't think it's +4/+4. But you need to have a Silverhand Recruit down. You need to be playing some version where you have the Silverhand Recruits living and then you get a 4/4 for 1 extra mana. You give up a card slot for that. There's just stuff that you could use that doesn't have this restriction, and that's why it's the worst Paladin card in this particular set. The next one for us is going to be number 9. Number 9 for us, believe it or not, is an actual legendary, the Countess. The Countess is a 7 mana 7/7 that has, if you only have Paladin cards in your deck, you get 3 invitations. The invitations are 3 mana. They have Discover a Legendary Minion from another class, and it costs 0. So you have to play Pure Paladin. You have to play this on turn 7, because Pure Paladin really doesn't have any way to play this before turn 7. You can get a random legendary minion. That minion might be something that has no synergy with your deck, no hope with your deck. There's going to be times where you're happy to get it. There's going to be times where you're sad to get it, because there are 1-cost legendary minions that are in the pool right now. There are 2-cost legendaries that are in the pool right now. I believe that Ibis is still in the pool, maybe. You know, it's... If you're gonna play Pure Paladin, you're not looking for this. You're basically running mech, and mech doesn't have enough mechs with running pure mechs. There's only like 2 or 3 mechs that are pure mechs. I'm not sure that you want to make this happen. I'm not sure the legendaries are worth the cost, because you can't even play them on the turn that you throw down Countess. You have to play them next turn, and you can't even play all 3 of them next turn, because that would be turn 8. That would be 9 mana worth of stuff on 8. So you're maybe playing this on 8 and then throwing all 3 down on 9. And I mean, this is a turn 7 do nothing. If you want to play turn 7 do nothing, I'll be glad to play against you a lot of matches. Next up for us is going to be number 8. Number 8 for us is Divine Toll. Divine Toll is a 7 mana spell for Paladin that has shoot 5 rays at random minions. They give a friendly ones +2/+2 and deal 2 damage to enemy ones. It's just too expensive. I'm sorry. To me, it's just too expensive. Even if you have just 1 minion out on the board, that minion has to be ready to attack, and then you give it +10/+10. That's your best goal, is on turn 7 to give 1 minion on your side of the board where your opponent doesn't have anything +10/+10. And on turn 7, if that's what's going on, there's a lot of times you've already won the board without this card. Doing 10 to your opponent isn't good. If they've got 5 minions out on the board, a lot of times that might not even take out a single minion. This is worse than a Consecrate. If you almost did both sides of it, it'd be fine. Deal 5 shoot 5 rays at random enemy. You shoot up to 5 rays at random enemy minions. They take 2 damage, and you have 5 minions on your side. 2 plus 2 plus 2. That might be fine for 7, because that's how broken a 7 spell has to be at this point in the game. Next up for us is going to be number 7. Number 7 for us is the service spell. The service spell is a 3 mana spell for Paladin that says discover a class card from your deck and draw all copies of it. This is letting you fish for what you want in your deck. It's fine, but you're basically giving up a card to find a card. It does make your cards lower, but there's going to be times where if you were trying to put service spell in there to find something else and you found that something else first, that service spell is going to be not worth it. It also doesn't work on anything neutral. So you can only find class stuff. It's meant for the whole class Paladin, situation. But even if you're running a pure Paladin deck, this is basically discover 1 card in your deck and draw 2 for 3. That's Arcane Intellect on the best of days. It's Arcane Intellect with a slight upside. Number 6 for us is going to be the Great Hall. The Great Hall is the Paladin location. It has 3 charges on it. It sets a minion's attack and health to 3. The plus and minus of this, the greatest thing and the worst thing about this is it just sets the minion's attack and health to 3. It doesn't give it plus 3. It doesn't, subtract minus 3. It just sets it to 3. There's gonna be times where you're putting this down, just saying, hey, if my opponent plays anything that's a decently good taunt or anything that's a decently good minion, I'm just gonna kill it. And that's all you're basically going to use it for. I highly doubt there's going to be too many situations where you're going to make your stuff plus 3. Because you're putting a 2 mana card in your deck that makes something plus 3 to make something a 3/3. You basically are playing a very weird version of a deck where either A, you have a really fast deck and you're just trying to get that plus 2 on something, or B, you basically train it in a minion and it's down to like 1 health and you're okay with it being a 3 just to get that extra attack in. And a lot of times, that's not worth wasting a card slot on. Number 5 for us is going to be... Oh, wrong one. Is going to be the Elitist Snob. The Elitist Snob is a 5 mana 3/4 that has for each Paladin card in your hand, randomly get Divine Shield, Lifesteal, Rush, or Taunt. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in your hand. They all need to be Paladin. So basically, this is trying to justify the pure Paladin deck. On turn 5, if you have 4 cards in your hand, I don't know what you're playing on turn 5 where you have 4 cards in your hand. If that's where you got to and all those cards are good going forward, good for you. It's not a legendary, so you can't have 2 of these in your deck. But do you want to have 4 extra Paladin cards in your deck just to get a card that basically is okay? It's gonna help you out at times. It's gonna be a sticky body, and you might have enough to run. If you're gonna run pure Paladin, you're gonna throw this in there. I'm just not sure pure Paladin exists right now. It has half the deck. I'm just not sure if it has the other half of the deck to justify it. That's the issue. Because right now, a lot of the mech that is pure, a lot of the Paladin that is pure is mech, and none of the synergizes with anything in the last set. Number 4 for us is going to be the Buffet Big Gun. It's the 4 mana, 2/4 Paladin card that has Battle Cry, summon 2 Silverhand Recruits, infuse 3, give them +2 attack. It's 4 mana, 4/6 for all intents and purposes, spread over 3 bodies. If you can get them infused, that's bonus. I don't think you need to infuse this to have this be the best card in the world. And I think you can reasonably get this infused, at least beginning game, on turn 4 to have 3 things die if you're playing some dude Paladin version, and that's gonna be fine. And if you can't get them infused, they're Divine Shield, and those Divine Shields are going to be 2 for 1 trade, so. Next up for us is going to be our bronze. Our bronze in Paladin is going to be the Sinful Sous Chef. Sinful Sous Chef is a 1 mana 2/1 that adds 2 1/1s to your hand that are Silverhand Recruits. It's a 1 mana 2/1 drop. That's fine. It adds 2 1/1s to your hand. Druid basically has almost the same card and it sees play. If you're gonna play Dude Paladin, this is gonna see play. It's fair. It's good. It's fine. Number 2 for us. So the silver medal on this one is going to be going to the Mockborn Servant. The Mockborn Servant is a 3 mana 2/4 that has Taunt, Battle Cry, discover a Paladin card. This falls into, if you're going to play Pure Paladin, this card's sneaking in. Even if you're not playing Pure Paladin, it's 3 mana, discover a card from not even in your deck, it's just letting you discover a card. That might just help you in itself. Remember, it does fall under the discover rule, so it can't discover itself. 3 mana, 2/4 taunt. It's basically about the best stat line that you're getting for 3 with taunt. It's going to be a little bit hard to kill a 2/4 on 3. Next up for us is our number 1 in this particular situation. Our best card in Paladin is going to be the Steward of the Starward, and this is the 3 mana 3/3 that has the Death Rattle. Give your next Silverhand Recruit you summon +3/+3 and this Death Rattle, which means that it keeps triggering it unless you silence it, or unless there's no room, or unless something weird happens. So you play this on 3, you get that chain going, and it's going to be fine to play this on 3, and basically it's almost going to be like an aura where for the rest of the game, every Silverhand Recruit that you put out, and you don't have to just cast it, you can summon it from using your power too, with making a 1/1 Paladin. It's interesting. It's hard to run a silence to justify this card because there's not too many other cards you want to silence in general. But you're going to have times where you just don't know how to take down that 3/3 each turn. If you're running Dude Paladin at all, it's fine, it's great. Even if you hit the button, sometimes getting that 3/3 for 2 is fine. With that front, if you have to weave it in a turn. I'm not sure it's going to make you want to go out of your way to summon it, but you need to be careful with some of this stuff because you hit a critical mass sometimes and you just don't know what to do and what to waste your silences on because there's only so many in the game, period. That was the 10 for Paladin. I thank you so much for watching me do this. And as always, remember, play for fun.